As life goes on, I'm starting to learn more and more about responsibility. And I realize that everything I do is affecting the people around me. So I want to take this time out to apologize for things that I've done and things that haven't occurred yet, and things that they don't want to take responsibility for.
Hello everybody, my name is Jarrett Wilson and this is The Dying Breed. So I haven't done a Dying Breed in a while, so I figured why not do one today? There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about that I didn't talk about last time, and with me being sick, it's been really hard to do a video and stay current with all that's been going on with me, and I do apologize for that. So, the topic of the day is we are going to be talking about what it's like to raise vegan children in a society that eats meat. Now, that's a tough one. At least I like to think so. See, I get so many excuses from other outside family, schools, friends, on to why our eating habits shouldn't be forced upon our children. And many of them, these are the excuses I hear, oh, well, they're kids, let them have fun. And to that I'd like to say, if you're equating eating with child pleasure, then I think that there's a problem there. Eating shouldn't be linked to having fun, although in modern society I know that it is, but just to have fun, let's murder an animal, doesn't sound like the right thing to do. Another excuse is, oh, they're just kids. That's right. They are just kids. And as kids, I think that it's our responsibility to teach them what is morally and ethically correct. So, moving on from that point, I also hear a lot of times that, oh, well, they just need a little meat, or they just need a little dairy. Well, I disagree with that as well. I don't think that children do need dairy, no more than any other toddler does. That could vary depending on how your view is, whether adults should have milk. Most animals don't drink milk past adulthood because there's really no point. If you're an infant, yes, I can understand the need for milk pertaining to your species, but going outside your species for breast milk is a little weird, don't you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. Another subject that I wanted to talk to you about is one that will piss everybody off, and I can hear it now. There's going to be a lot of hate comments, and this is cats. Animals. I hear it all the time. People tell me that if you have an animal, such as a cat, you have to feed it vegan, otherwise you are not vegan. Now, here's what I don't understand. As a German, I think things a little differently. I don't understand the American mentality about the blending all species into one massive thing. For example, you have to know that you can't expect a lion, and we're using a lion in this example, to eat the same as a hippo. They're two different species, and as such, their dietary needs are vastly different. You gotta keep in mind that you're a Homo sapien. Your cat is a feline. Two separate species. Veganism, the rule of veganism, the law of veganism, or whatever you would like to pertain it to, is mainly with Homo sapiens. It doesn't apply outside our species, because other species are bound more by instinctual needs than moral or ethical reasons. Unfortunately, we can't really change that. So if a cat is meant to eat meat, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not gonna force a Homo sapiens dietary ethics onto a feline's dietary, because, to be honest, it's not even in the same species. That's like a hippo getting mad at a lion for eating meat. It's like, it's a different species. It's not going to eat what you eat. So stop saying that it has to eat what you eat, because it's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that all cats can't live off a vegan diet, but I'll tell you this. I tried giving my kitten vegan food, animal food, it won't even go near it. If it's out, it won't even go near its bowl. And that's weird even for my kitten. So stop forcing other species who cannot defend themselves to eat by your standards. And I know this doesn't agree with a lot of people in their mindsets, but let's be honest here. What you're doing is the exact thing you're fighting against. You're saying, well, we should defend the animals because they don't have a voice to speak up to defend themselves. And in the same hand, you're turning around and saying, here, I know you cannot defend yourself and you cannot speak up for what you want, but I, as a Homo sapien, am going to force you as a feline to eat how I want to eat because it is ethical to me, regardless of whether it is natural to you. Does that make any sense? Because to me, I'm just spinning around on this, thinking over and over again, well, this doesn't make any sense. They're two different species. And one of the main arguments that was used to convert me to a vegan from a vegetarian was the simple fact that, well, we don't have canines. We do not have the teeth designed to be eating meat. But that goes out the window, doesn't it? For a lot of vegans. When people bring up, well, cats do have carnivorous teeth. That's their anatomical structure. They are designed to eat meat. There's no way around it. People argue that Homo sapiens are designed to eat fruits and vegetables and nuts and berries, but in the same breath, they turn around and say, oh, well, let's forget all of what we just said to base our entire argument on and spin it and say, well, animals, it doesn't apply to them. It only applies to us. That just doesn't make sense to me. So I know that was a very controversial subject, and I know I ran on a little more than I should have. So I apologize for that, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And remember, this is the dying breed. You don't have to listen. You don't have to watch. If you don't like it, you can go outside. You can have a wonderful day. If you watch, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. I'm going to have a fantastic time doing these recordings. So as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic night.